and good day. This is News 12 News Now. I'm Colin Hooks. Our top stories tonight. Wichita police are investigating a possible case of animal cruelty after a woman said someone broke into her property and beheaded 5 of her chickens. The woman said someone cut the fence to her property in the neighborhood near I-135 and Hydraulic. The thief stole 1 bird and cut the heads of the other 5 chickens. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Farmers are starting to deal with the prediction that loses them significant money. Harper County farmer Joe Zimmerman is staying positive. You look at 5 and 10 years and you can't look at 1 year at a time, Zimmerman said. Zimmerman said he's already losing money, though he raises other crops like milo and alfalfa, as well as cattle. Wheat is the big crop, he said, and it's suffering. Last year our wheat made 20 bushels, which wasn't good, but it was $7. This year it made 25 bushels, but still wasn't good because it was only $4 a bushel. Farmers are seeing greater harvests, but for a cheaper price, and that's a dangerous mix for farmers. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Deer hunting season is underway in Kansas, and Game Warden Greg Salisbury has some tips. Chasing deer with vehicles and four-wheelers and shooting them from the vehicles is illegal activity. He says while some of these tips may be common sense to some, he still gives out tickets for these things every year. What we see happen is when the guns are in the vehicle and we pull them out, and then it gets caught on something and they end up shooting themselves. Salisbury says 1 hunter has died in Kansas this year from an accident similar to this. He says most accidents can be avoided if you follow the rules. The Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office is asking you to help identify the vehicle above. Deputies say it was at the scene of a crash that killed a woman and her 23-month-old daughter. Investigators believe the vehicle may have had some involvement in the crash at 47th Street South and Rock Road on the afternoon of November 29th. The images came from a surveillance camera in a nearby business. Anyone who has information about this vehicle or anyone that witnessed the collision and has not yet spoken to deputies is asked to call 911 or the Sheriff's Records section at 316-660-3888. We'll be right back with weather. And as we take a look at radar and temperature, you can see it is cooling off tonight, but there's nothing in the way of precipitation as of right now anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at your 7-day forecast for Wichita, Kansas. And as you can see, 60s. 66 for tomorrow, Wednesday, 64 Thursday, 66 Friday before we cool down for the weekend. Holy cow, look at that. 53 Saturday and 39 on Sunday. There is a chance of snow, and we will keep you updated on that, how much we'll get and if we'll get any at all. But then we start a slow but steady warming trend before we cool back down next week into the low to mid 40s. Sports is up next. And welcome back. It's now time for your News 12 Sports. Breaking news tonight as, according to Fox Sports' Ken Rosenthal, former Royals utility man Ben Zobrist has reached a 4-year, $56 million agreement with the Chicago Cubs. The Royals traded for Zobrist mid-season, and he was a large part of their World Series run in 2015. For the 6th consecutive season, the Kansas State Wildcats are bowl-bound. On Sunday, K-State officially announced it has accepted a bid to compete in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl, January 2nd in Memphis. The Wildcats learned Sunday afternoon they will play against Arkansas, who finished its regular season 5-3 in the SEC and 7-5 overall. The game, which is one of the most historical bowl games in all of college football, that matches the Big 12 and SEC, will be played in the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium at 2:20 Central Time with a nationwide television audience watching on ESPN. We'll be right back with our strange story of the night. And welcome back. Tonight's strange story comes out of Syracuse, New York, where authorities say a father and son stole more than $40,000 worth of chicken wings from a New York restaurant where they worked and sold them on the street or to other businesses. The Onondaga County Sheriff's Office says 56-year-old Paul Rojek and 33-year-old Joshua Rojek, both of Syracuse, were caught stealing wings from the Twin Trees 2 restaurant in Syracuse. Deputies say both men were employed as cooks when they placed numerous chicken wing orders with the restaurant's wholesaler. Officials say the Rojaks would later pick up the orders and resell them at a reduced price. Man, at least they weren't selling drugs. Well, that's it for tonight. For all of us at News 12 News Now, I'm Colin Hooks. Good night.